What's up, Paradox? I'm Paradox, and welcome back to Octavia and Underworld Shells. Anyways, what the wait, what? Wait, why is my mouse not working? What? Oh, there we go. Okay, that was weird. The game just didn't detect my mouse apparently. Alright, so anyways, we're gonna load the game here. And we're gonna continue. Oh my god, I forgot you're here. Just, you scared me. I was gonna run away and then call Vinyl and then let Vinyl give me back the the bioacid and just throw it at you. Alright, anyways, okay, so technically we no longer have him like bothering us. So we basically have no threats except for the bird over here. So we have to get that bird, but now that the door in the parrot's room is open, you don't need to risk crossing anymore. I mean, this is just a faster way to pass by, right? Okay, so there's still one thing we gotta try. Wait, what? Oh. So apparently if you open this and then you leave and you go back, you start off like this. Okay. Take a piece of paper and your trusty quill and draft a letter. Let's see. First of all, to whom is this letter addressed to? Right now, getting writer's block already. I may need to learn more about the ponies that I'm writing it to. Yeah, that's true. So now we're gonna do the CRYPTANIA. We're gonna finally do the vinyl side quest. Oh shoot. Alright, help other ponies down there. Let's go. Alright, so we're gonna talk to CRYPTANIA. Yo, what's up? Huh. Either she isn't in the mood to talk, or she's straight up ignoring me. Maybe there's a way I can get her attention with something she likes. Hey, you wanna talk about changelings? That got your attention. So about... You like monsters too? Oh my gosh. She actually looks very adorable, not gonna lie. Gah! Personal space! Oops, sorry. I'm just positively ecstatic to meet another monster enthusiast here. Enthusiast. Right, sure. Wanna talk for a second? You got my undivided attention. My name's Scriptania. What's yours? Vinyl Scratch. I've seen bat ponies frequently at the nightclubs I perform in, but I haven't seen any pony like you that looks geeky. You say that like it's a bad thing. Don't be fooled, though. It'd be easier to list the genres that I don't like. I mean, there's something special about every genre. Big band is swinging, classical is refined. But honestly, I think what I like most is heavy metal. Wow. I mean, the goth thing, the goth vampire thing, kind of speaks for itself. There's something about so primal and animalistic about it. The aggression and the emotion. It reminds me of how deep down, no matter how evolved, we're all just animals. Yeah, that's true. You are right. But I think it's because the fact that they act so aggressive makes them sound more monstrous, and then that's what you're interested in. I'm just not a big fan of huge crowds. Agoraphobia, you know. Oh. Anyway, what sort of music do you like to play during your performance? Well, Pony usually like to think that all I play is dubsteps to blast. It's a blast to hear, but I don't play all sorts of modern music. Oh, but I like to play all sorts of modern music. Rock and roll, techno, rap, you name it. That sounds really cool, but it's a bit sad that there are ponies out there that generalize and dislike you for something you like. I fear people always judging me for everything. Not just in music either. I love collecting Transformers. Okay, you dodged a copyright right there. But I'd rather not talk about that. I don't figure you as much of an action figure type. It's not weird for an adult to collect toys or anything, right? Nah. If it's like a collection, I wouldn't say it's weird. It's more of a hobby. I don't sweat that kind of stuff. Ponies like what they like, you know? My personal hobbies aren't the half of it. It's also because of my fascination with monsters. Telling ponies that you like to document the mating habits of a chupacabra is not a good way to make friends. And that's why I'm simply ecstatic to see another music and monster enthusiast like me. We should totally hang out sometimes and go study monsters. Yeah, sure, but how about bailing this place first? Well, duh. How'd you get here? Well, while I was writing on my book, I noticed that I had yet to write a chapter about the pack of behaviors of timberwolves in my manuscript. Now, no, not one to leave out any details, I decided to pack my books and supplies and head out to the Everfree Forest, my old stomping grounds. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm recording because I haven't recorded for like a couple week, like a week, and then I just gotta make sure I'm recording both the game and my camera because I don't want to do this all over again. I prepared an empty clearing in hopes that the Timberwolves would relocate their pack. Lacing the clearing with a simple but potent pheromone would attract them to the area. If I stayed downwind from them, it would allow me in a close enough proximity without alerting them to my presence. Unfortunately, I tripped on a vine like the utter klutz that I am, and spilled a dab of the stuff in my clothes, so when the Timberwolves inevitably traced the smell, they were much more interested in me. So you used your knowledge of monster and behavior and tamed them to happily accept belly rubs? If you mean taming them, you mean running away like a little filly? Then sure. The worst part is that I was in thick fog, so I couldn't simply fly away. Running was really my only option. Imagine my surprise when I found this house in the middle of nowhere. The door was unlocked, so I quickly dashed inside. Locking the door behind me, I would hear a sound of dogs clawing at the door. The smell still fresh in my clothes. That's when I met the necromancer. So you met the old Meredith face to face? Sure did. She even had that hood down on her cloak, so I clearly saw her face. Believe it or not, she's actually just a normal pony and didn't mind that I trespassed her home uninvited. However, the zombie cult that followed her was anything but normal. When I first saw him, my heart skipped a beat, and that fear was soon turned to fascination. It was amazing. She had complete control over him and allowed me to get closer to him without him attacking me. It was my first undead encounter. To say I was ecstatic was an understatement. I immediately opened my book and started to jot down the start of a new chapter dedicated to undead monsters. Once it caught her eye, she asked if she could see it. I was a little hesitant to hand it over. I mean, my book is my baby. But I eventually gave her the book, and she flipped through the pages, and she stopped at one quite a long time. A smile began to form in her face. Suddenly, I heard voices coming from the walls and ghosts materializing out of thin air. They tried their best to spook me, yet I had no fear. If anything, I was more excited to observe such a rare phenomenon. She gave me back my book and said she wouldn't allow me to use the cult as a genuine pig for my study, but offered me a small horde instead to observe. How could I say no? I could count the ways, but keep going. Leading me to the basement, I followed her until we're over a large labyrinth. From above, I noticed that a small horde was actually one of many planted strategically at dead ends of maze. When I asked what this was all for, she shouted a command across the room to begin entertainment. Then I saw a stallion with a blondish mane and tan coat running from the entrance in the panic. Slowly, an uneasy feeling welled up when I watched the stallion run for his life. I turned to the necromancer and saw an evil grin slowly from her face, whispering for him to make a wrong turn. And if he eventually did, and was torn apart just like that. His cries of agony combined with the necromancer's laughter echoed in the room. That uneasy feeling came to a head as I screamed out in horror. She turned to me and asked if that was satisfactory for my studies. I told her that of all the monsters that I have documented in my lifetime, she was the worst one of them all. As soon as I said that, a few zombies tackled me from behind and held me down. I don't think I've ever been scared in my entire life. Instead of killing me then and there, she threw me in here and told me to play nice with the rest of the prisoners. Well, that story gave me a new goal in life. I want her face to have an intimate relationship with my back hoof. While I like your newfound appreciation for her demise, we can't just go hoof to hoof with her without a plan. She's strong and she has an army of undead to back her up. I mean, you could try, but I'd rather not finish that thought. That's why I'm going to formulate a plan to take her down and complete an undead chapter of my books and prevent to prevent any possible zombie outbreaks. Sounds tight. How can I help? You have a friend above, right? See if you can learn anything about zombies and ghosts and then relay the information to me. I'll compare it to my notes, see if it's useful information to use against the necromancer or not. Ready to help. I'll go get Octavia, see if she knows anything. Okay, I'll prepare my notes. Yo, Octavia, you dare. I'm here, Vinyl. What do you see? One of the ponies here wants to know what you know about ghosts and zombies. Well, I suppose I may have learned one or two things while constantly running for my life. Alright, I'll tell you all I know about them. Listen carefully. Okay, I'm back. Lay whatever question you got on me. Alright then. First of all, I know zombies will eat anything that is a living creature. But what if they don't find anything to eat in a long time? I think they just starve to death. Well, I saw one of the necromancers was commanding those zombies, so I guess that means zombies are intelligent, right? They're not zombies, right? They train them to do simple tasks. Huh. Well, let's shift away from zombies for a second. Do the ghosts in this house consciously know what they're doing? No, they're mindlessly drifting. Okay, so how do they both tie with the necromancer in the grand scheme? Spooks, one's a good cop. When a zombie chases after the point, the ghosts distract them, slow them down. So wait, if the zombie and the ghost are working together, that means the necromancer is more than she lets on. What is she exactly? She's an alpha zombie who uses dark magic to summon and lead the dead. Well, thanks for that input. It seems it was all coming together. In the end, my hypothesis and my battle plan and my rough draft has holes in its logic. You know me, I'm completely thorough, but I know I will nail it next time. Come back if friend learns anything else. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the puns. Bad puns, Vinyl. I mean, it's not like I heard it a million times before or anything. Okay, so if we want to know more about the ghosts, I think what we got wrong was what happens to the zombies. So I think we would know more if we talk to Snake Eyes. Sure, what's the harm? Tell me about the undead. They're not so bad once you get to know them. So these slow shambling beasts that I see roaming the hallways. Zombies. Ah, yes, zombies. I wasn't aware you knew that term. They're so stupid hungry. Not sure why, but they really love to eat. And here's the thing. Zombies are what's left over when the soul's taken out. The body still refuses to lay down and quit, right? But just like them ghosts and them whispers, the magic of a zombie will force your soul out through your ears. If you get bit by one, you'll be dead, sort of. That's how the zombies in this house works anyways. Oh yeah, speaking of ghosts, if they take your soul here in this house, your empty shell will be a prime target for to get zombified. How do you know all this? Careful observation. Is there any way I can talk to them? I witnessed one talking, I feel like it would be useful if I could communicate to them. I wouldn't bother. They're just big old empty barrels shuffling around doing their thing. They may look like they're doing stuff that takes some kind of intelligence, but they're really just doing stuff they remember from when they were alive. They may know how to say stuff, but they don't know what they're saying. They may know how to do anything else, but none of it is any use to them. All they want to do is eat you. So steer clear, and that hunger will override any kind of activity they're doing at the time. So if they notice you, you're the first thing they're gonna come after. What's the deal? So what's the deal? Why are there so many ghosts here? I didn't even know ghosts exist. Oh, they exist, all right. Let me tell it to you real simple. When a pony kicks it, they're gonna go to one or two places. Tartarus or Elysium. Right. Now all the ghosts in this house were all called from either side. We're sort of wrenched here against our will. Some pony called you here. Yep. I know there ain't much to go on, but that's all I got. I can tell you that once in a while a couple new ghosts join the party. Basically all these ghosts here are just us spirits who were waiting it out in Tartarus or Elysium. For some reason, once we get here, we sort of turn into puffballs that have no free will of their own. I ain't got a reason for that neither. So what do they want with me? They're always whispering to me, trying to make me scream. Both internally and externally, yes. Yeah, well, seems like they want to get to your head, make you one of them. They're looking to make your mind weak enough so they can call your soul out. There's but one of many ways to lose your soul in this house. But here's a freebie. Best you don't listen. Never good for coming from listening to a spook. Present company accepted, of course. You seem different from the other ghosts in this house. Is it my winning smile? You know what I mean. Yeah, fine. From what I've gathered, I'm special. Even when I was back in Tartarus, I always seem a bit more, I don't know, together, aware. The others were a little simple. They were like wild animals, doing as they were commanded to do. Guess all that waiting can get one pony down. That's why I kept busy. So when I got here, yeah, I noticed that I was different. All these other ghosts, they're doing things on automatic. I think it has to do with the voice. The voice? That's another topic for another time. Fine then. Fine, then tell me, why haven't you left the house since you have control? With that I could. It should be pretty obvious to you by now that I can't, right? Or did you think I'd stayed here because of the company? So what makes you so special? From what I've been able to put together, be it Tartarus or Elysium, there's just some spirits who just ain't a fan of giving up their mind. I mean, that's all we've got left, right? I see the one who are happy to give up and lay down, get a big old blanket thrown over their thoughts. Things get muffled. I experienced that a couple times before. But I just see it in another game to play. It's something to challenge, so I fought every day to keep from getting simple. Of course, being aware of everything that goes in Tartarus, I can't blame the common folks for preferring to live in ignorance. Can't say it's easy. Maybe it's just natural selection for the afterlife, eh? The strong survive. But surely then, those Elysium must be aware all the time. Well, you'd think that. But let me explain something. An eternal paradise ain't no better than eternal torment. Sometimes you just get so satisfied that you forget that what you are. You just slip away. See, all any of us are doing is waiting. Is waiting it out for our time to come when we can leave. They're both jails. Just that Asylum's got a lot more pillows than brimstones. What's this? Those who finally settle in get worked into a system. Those who keep asking questions are allowed to keep their thoughts. And here in this house, the difference is even more apparent. How do you know so much about Elysium anyway? Just what I could put together from a small couple conversation. I ain't the only special ghost in this house, you know. There are others like you. One other, although I ain't heard from him for a long time now. He's from Elysium. We spoke a little way back when. He had himself a vision, claimed that he was gonna find a way to help every pony here. I don't miss him none. Real pain in the ass. Hey! There ain't no helping anyone here, and that's a fact. Besides, I ain't a real big hurry to get back to Tartarus, you know. So it's just you now. And I'm your best bet for help on the other side. Ah, so that other ghost is this narrator that's talking in our head. What's weird is that why does this narrator know about Octavia's past? Thank you for telling me about your kind. My kind? Girl, I'm still a pony, you know. Just physically challenged. Yeah, go off in your big hurry. Try to hold on to your fleeting mortality if you can. So he's like a chaotic neutral kind of character. Alright, let's talk to Batsy over there and then nope. He's in a moment. I was hoping to overlook my notes and see if there's anything we can escape, but I think I can handle the emotional horrors of social interaction. Ready to help out? Alright, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Come on. What's this? New conversation? I'm back whenever you're ready. Alright then. First of all, zombies made anything in living creatures. What happens to them find anything to eat? You know, I think they just start eating each other. Okay, the smartest dog. No, they only remember basic functions of their past life. Okay. No, they're amnesiacs to follow the voice of those that summon them. Okay. Ghosts rob the living of their souls, making it easier to zombify. Oh, okay. You know, for zombie. Years of practice under her belt. Oh, here we go. It all makes sense now. Wait, it does? When I was beside the necromancer, I noticed that she had a strong smell of decay and faded eye color, like she had died for a long time. That's why she is a zombie herself. This is what allows her to communicate the undead. Granted, I kinda wish I knew what magic she's gotten her hooves on to be able to have this kind of power. But it doesn't matter. I have a plan to stop this whole thing before it escalates out of control. Ooh, wait. I think I... Oh, I'm doing the cowboy accent. I think I know what you're going to say. We're going to make her rest in peace for good, right? Yes, but that's step one of the plan. The other step is if the zombies don't die after she dies, we'll keep them down here and make them dwindle in number. The ghosts and zombies are without order, so they'll just be dumb and slow enough for us to make a break for it. I even know a shortcut out of here thanks to the alpha zombie's initial hospitality towards me. Once we escape, we can contact the princesses to set things right, since eliminating forbidden magic is within their jurisdiction. It's the perfect plan. So how exactly are we going to kill her? I can think of a few ways. Fire might be the most effective way. We could probably break off the table legs and turn them into torches. Then we would light her up like a heartwarming tree. Sounds like that's starting to sound fun. You know what the best part is though? My book now has a chapter on the undead creatures. I don't think that's ever been documented in a book about monsters. I mean, who'd ever guess that a zombie follow a hierarchy? That alone is worth upon its surprise. Thank you, Vinyl. Thanks to you and your friend, this book is nearly complete. Well, it does have something missing, however. So what the hey is missing? I thought we covered everything that involves Rotting Witch and their spooky crew. Oh, it has nothing to do with her. It's just that if I could get out of here, I hope that I have as much luck studying another certain monster in my to-do list as I have documenting the undead. Alright, I'll bite. What's your question of nerdy monster stuff? Changelings. Oh, is that all? Those bugs are a dime a dozen. Yeah, ponies today have seen their fair share of changeling attacks, but honestly, we don't even know the first thing about them besides their need to feed a positive emotion. Does any pony know about their colony structure, their preferred environments, their magic, and how to dispel it? What about the biggest question, their origins? No pony really knows. But I'm gonna be that bat that unravels all their mysteries. Wait and see. This conversation's driving me batty. See you later. Thanks for the pun. I know. Okay. So that's where I'm gonna end the video. Okay, we did her side quest. Now we gotta get the two together, and then I have the changeling suck a little bit of positivity out of her. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.